Dune, Part 2 incorporated one of the most significant moments in Frank Herbert's 1965 book Dune, but one change to the scene elevated Paul Atreides' story much more than the novel did. Denis Villeneuve, the director, producer, and co-writer, took Herbert's book and split its story into two parts: Dune, released in October 2021, and the sequel, released in March 2024. Of course, Villeneuve had to change a lot of material from the novel, as that is the nature of adapting books into films. However, the alteration to Paul's last fight in Dune, Part 2 was arguably the best. In the 2024 epic science fiction movie, Timothée Chalamet's Paul learns the ways of the Freemen to overthrow House Harkonnen after being exiled as the Duke of House Atreides. However, while he is training on Arrakis, House Harkonnen's most formidable fighter, Feyd-Rautha Harkonnen, played by Austin Butler, is also preparing for battle, although he doesn't know it would be Paul he would end up facing off against. Flash forward to Dune, Part 2's ending. Paul and Feyd-Rautha engage in one of the franchise's most captivating and nerve-wracking fight scenes. Feyd-Rautha doesn't cheat in Dune's final fight. Paul and Feyd-Rautha's knife fight in Dune 2. During the final fight scene between Paul and Feyd-Rautha in Dune, Part 2, Feyd-Rautha does not cheat by using his poison spur to defeat Paul, which differs from what happens in Frank Herbert's book. Feyd-Rautha attempts to use the weapon but is unsuccessful in the novel, while the movie adaptation features a fair duel between the two characters. The poison blade can be seen earlier in the 2024 epic science fiction film, but it appears as if Feyd-Rautha sees Paul as a worthy opponent, so he forgoes the spur. Ultimately, it doesn't matter because Paul defeats Feyd-Rautha by stabbing and killing him. Although the fight feels like it goes on forever, in a good way, as the two men spar and wound one another, Paul rises to victory in the end. For winning the battle, Paul ascends to the throne and earns Florence Pugh's Princess Irulan's hand in marriage. Feyd-Rautha's honest fighting makes Paul's victory even better. Denis Villeneuve's change regarding the poison blade in Dune, Part 2 has an important meaning concerning Paul's victory. The fair fight proves that Feyd-Rautha is a formidable fighter who does not feel the need to cheat while facing off against Paul, and in the end, Feyd-Rautha's decision not to use the weapon makes Paul's win much more impressive. He earned the throne during his intense fight with Feyd-Rautha in Dune, Part 2, but Paul's status as a hero is certainly in question following his numerous contentious choices towards the end of the movie.